Welcome to Burns Voyage on our trip to the island of endless beaches and dunes and water landscapes. Yes, Fuerteventura delivers when it comes to the unadulterated art of beach fun. In this clip we show you 13 wonderful beaches, each one more beautiful than the other. Some are better for swimming and bathing, others are perfect for surfing. Take a look here, for example. We are approaching the Playa Matorral district with the outstanding white lighthouse of Morro Jable in the very southwest of the island. I can still remember exactly how we arrived here, stressed out and looking for sun. We flew in from Germany, then it was a good hour's drive from the airport to the holiday apartment with a nice view of the lighthouse. And just before sunset, we quickly went down to this never-ending beach. Just wonderful. The water was pleasantly warm, even in February. And before we knew it, we were in the Atlantic and all the worries and stress of everyday life were floating away from us. Later in the video you will of course also see what the town beach of Morro Jable looks like. But first we continue further southwest to Punta Jandia, the outermost tip of the island with a view of Gran Canaria, at least if you have very good eyes. There's also a small lighthouse here in the mini town of Puerto del Cruz, with a few restaurants and cafes and this cute little beach, Playa del Puertito.
Wir sind jetzt hier am Strand von Puerto del Cruz. Im Hintergrund sieht man den Leuchtturm. Es sind ein paar Steine hier am Strand, aber auch sehr schöner, feiner Sand.
On the way back from Punta Jandia, we stopped at one of the many lonely and remote beaches that the Jandia Peninsula has to offer. Playa Pilar is surrounded by this wonderful lunar landscape that reminded us a lot of Lanzarote. Here we basked for a few hours in the mild winter sun. The children and I went swimming, while Katie preferred to stay outside. Her bathing temperature is more like 30 degrees and up. Here it was maybe 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. But as I said, it was winter too, so you really can't complain. Now we are at the other end of the island, about 140 kilometers from Punta Jandia, heading north to the colorful holiday paradise of Corralejo. If you are wondering whether the north or the south is nicer, we can say it clearly. Just look at both. It's beautiful here as well as there, and you shouldn't miss anything, because who knows when you will be back so soon. Here you can see a small selection of the many city beaches of Corralejo, all connected by a pretty beach promenade with bars, cafes, restaurants and pubs, which also offer live music and lots of entertainment during the day. But not intrusive, don't worry, you can lie on the beach and work on your tan. The big advantage of the city beaches, thanks to the Isla de Lobos offshore, the waves here are very low, so you can swim really well and the children can splash around without being swallowed up by a monster wave. you drive south from Corralejo towards the national park and dunes, you will find several beautiful beaches, collectively known as Grandes Playas. There is space here, lots of space. You can't even decide where to throw your towel in chalk. There are also volleyball courts. If you want an umbrella and lounger, no problem. There's plenty of everything. The most beautiful thing in the area, however, is the proximity of the beaches to the unique dunes in the hinterland and the fantastic sunsets that we were able to experience every other evening. Totally romantic. Now there's a treat for all surfers. Playa Risco del Paso, which can be found in the vast no man's land between Costa Calma and the town of Jandia. It's the perfect spot for wind and kite surfing. There's an exceptionally strong breeze here, and I still have to laugh when I see the photos, which our hair is flying in all directions, as if it had been blown by a power dryer. In a small town at the foot of the beach, which is probably also called Risco del Paso, I couldn't even find the real name here. There are several surf schools and rental boards, so none of you have to take your XXL surfboard on a plane. The hinterland is also wonderful with rolling hills that are reminiscent of the American West, fantastic and really pretty. We'd already seen Playa Matorral around the lighthouse earlier, and now we're going to the town beach of Morro Jable. Here you can swim and bathe really well. The waves are usually low, and in the old town there's also a nice playground for the kids, and on top of that the beach is lined with lots of fish restaurants, bars and cafes. So you definitely won't starve here. Fun fact, in the old town right behind the beach there are an insanely high number of hairdressers. Just noticed that. I don't know why, but if you are unhappy with your hair, then get yourself treated here. Nobody really needs bad hair days on holiday. Back in the north you can see the Playa de los Pozos, which is also known as Playa Chica, and is only a few meters from the center of Puerto del Rosario. The water is turquoise and ripples along wonderfully quietly. Several breakwaters ensure unadulterated bathing fun here. The big ferries dock and depart very close by, so if you're only here for a few hours, pack your swimming trunks and head to this beach. For those of you who want to avoid the big tourist centers on the island and are looking for solitude, we have 3 more beaches in the northwest for you. Here you can see the Playa de los Lagos and the small dreamy El Cotillo on a stormy winter day. The surf here is definitely not bad on days like this. My cab flew away several times. Just 5 minutes by car north, you will find La Concha, a really pretty beach, which invites you to swim even on stormy days, thanks to the breakwaters. Around the beach, a few very extravagant homeowners have built crazy villas that will win over any architecture lover, with their organic shapes and interesting details.
Wir sind jetzt hier am Playa del Castillo. Es ist sehr schön, es ist ein bisschen windig. Die Flagge steht auch auf Rot. Im Hintergrund sieht man die Steilküste. Es sieht wirklich atemberaubend schön aus. Sehr, sehr hohe Wellen und viele Surfer im Hintergrund zu sehen.
You can find much more of the island in our Fuerteventura series on our channel, so just have a look into that. For now we say goodbye to you, bye bye, hasta pronto, yours Burns Voyage.